Hey you guys, Aubrey here. I'm so excited that you are here. I am going to take you on the grocery store and we're going to look at some things that are advertised as being healthy but actually contain really destructive ingredients for your health. So many times people focus on just getting skinny, and that's all that they're thinking of is how can I lose this weight fast? What can I do? And many problems come into play that it's like when I see it, I don't get mad at the person, I get mad at the industry, I get frustrated at the diet culture that is misleading so many people and once misled me. And so I just want to show y'all some of the things that sure, they look healthy and they might even help you lose weight, but they've got some stuff in them that is absolutely terrible for the health of your body. So if you're wanting to live a healthy lifestyle, I think that's something altogether different than someone who is just wanting to lose weight. And I've got a video all about why I believe you should stop dieting and what you should do instead. So definitely go and check that out. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look inside the store.
Here's one right off the bat. When I walk in the store, I see this all the time on people talking about exercising, weight loss, and just an overall trying to live healthy. But as good as it may try to look, it's hydrating, it multiplies your energy. When we turn it over, the first ingredient is straight up sugar.
When it comes to hydrating, like obviously drink more water is an easy thing to do, but I do know people get tired of the taste, which is why they like those little packets that you add in there. So another great and hydrating drink would be coconut water, and also just eating plants that are high in water content like cucumbers and watermelon. Now if that is still like you still want a little extra, I did find a better alternative, not perfect, but a lot better than the liquid IV.
So here I found the Vital Proteins Hydration Plus Collagen. So it still has a lot of those electrolytes that people like to talk about. But you see here, we're not starting off with sugar. It does have natural flavor. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it is sweetened with a stevia leaf and some monk fruit extract. So much, much better than that liquid IV right next to it.
I'm about to call out a brand that I know is some of y'all's favorite, and I'm really sorry, but let me just show you what I'm looking at here.
All right, we've got this AliFit snack. It is a protein bar. We're gonna flip it on over and we are going to look here at the ingredients. All right, so starting off with a protein blend of the Whey Crisp Whey Protein. First of all, nowhere on here is it any form of organic, so this whey is coming from conventionally made dairy. And then you keep going and I'm quickly seeing sunflower lectin, I'm seeing corn fiber. Again, this is not organic, this is not non-GMO. Then one of the worst offenders yet is the palm kernel oil. Y'all know this is one of the worst oils that I think that is in our food other than hydrogenated oils. It is processed really terribly. It is also very inflammatory in your body, just all around not very good. Then we've got more corn in the form of corn syrup. And then we go into the actual flavoring. Now on the front, it's tricky because it does say naturally flavored. But let's just take a look at that. The birthday cake flavoring comes from sugar, more sugar in the form of corn syrup, corn cereal, cornstarch, more palm oil, and then there we see natural flavor. Now it is colored at least with natural extracts like beta carotene, turmeric, and paprika, but at this point it's really like pointless. As we move on, there's a more natural flavor over here.
And then you can see here it is sweetened with sucralose.
And then some preservatives here at the end. So all around there, this is not what I would call like a healthy or clean eating or real food type of snack.
When it comes to like energy bars or a really quick, easy grab and go, my go-to is almost always a Larabar because they have, you don't have to question them as much. There are other healthy granola bars out there, but these are just like the easiest, like most straightforward bars that there are with literally like this has 2 ingredients, and that is like freaking phenomenal. Like what in the world? It's just dates and cashews. So you're still getting protein from the cashews, you're getting some great energy from those dates, and it is an all-around very healthy, very clean and real food snack. Another healthy food that people eat to get fit or lose weight is some type of like protein shake. And when I see these, I often cringe because the ingredient list can just be real scary.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at this Premier Protein Vanilla. So right off the bat, we see naturally and artificially flavored, but here's what's tricky is I'm literally standing in the healthy living section of the grocery store. So you might just pick this up thinking like this is healthy. This is part of a healthy lifestyle. And when we look over here, here are the ingredients. We're starting off with milk protein, which is not organic. Then we go straight into the natural and artificial flavors. We've got the cellulose gel and the cellulose gum. Cellulose is basically like the structure of a plant, and it's very hard to digest. Also has sucralose. Sucralose is like a hidden word for Splenda. It is a very unhealthy artificial sweetener. We've got carrageenan, which is a known carcinogen. We've got a whole list of all sorts of preservatives. And then we go into their mineral blend. Now, none of these are necessarily telling us that they're coming straight from plants. They're not whole food supplements. They're not plant-based supplements. Most likely they're all synthetic, which again is going to be hard for our bodies to digest. So overall, not what I would call a healthy option. We can look at other products and see if we can find something any better. This one starts off with the milk as well. Natural flavors still. We've got carrageenan once again. Now this one does have monk fruit, but also going straight into the maltodextrin, which is a corn derivative. Cellulose gel, again, now they've got some stevia leaf as well, but also still the sucralose. So this again is just not a clean eating type of shake. This is probably the best one that I found. It is made with grass-fed milk, but we still have natural flavors and some other additives. But it is sweetened with a stevia leaf and some monk fruit. So all around of the options here, this is the best one. But honestly, just make your own shake and it's gonna be so much healthier, so much more delicious, and also a lot cheaper because these are all about $3 or more per shake.
Another common thing when people are trying to lose weight or go on a diet is that they automatically start drinking all things diet. And the main problem with that is the alternative sweetener that those products are using.
All right, so we're looking here. Obviously, I think everyone in the world knows like soda is not healthy to start with. So we have caramel coloring, which is a known carcinogen. That's in pretty much all soda though. But here we have the natural and artificial flavors and the sodium benzenate. Now you see that the sweetener is aspartame. This is way worse for your health than the regular soda. I do not condone either of them. Neither of them are good for you, but this, just because it has 0 fat and 0 calories does not mean that it is healthy.
I think that's part of the struggle with diet cultures. When we get so focused on just losing weight, then we just look at something, if it has no fat and no calories, we automatically in our brain start to think like this is a health food. And then when things have fat or have calories, many times we are less likely to eat them. So for instance, I've known people who like won't even touch an avocado because they're on a diet because of how high in fat it is. But that fat is so healthy and essential for your body. So many vitamins and nutrients are found in that avocado. So they'll steer clear of an avocado, yet we are trained to run into the arms of diet soda thinking that all is well in the world. I personally don't know of a perfect soda alternative, but I do have some ideas for you. If you are just starting out, it took me years to get over soda, so there's no shame in this. I remember a time thinking like I can never not have soda. Like it was such a part of my life, drinking 2-3 cans a day of Dr. Pepper. That was my sweet spot. What's your favorite soda out there? I know it is hard. It is hard to overcome a soda addiction. So I am gonna show you an alternative that I found that is better. Again, is it perfectly clean? No, but it is a lot better than the traditional sodas that are out there.
All right, so a lot of grocery stores now are carrying Zevia. So this is also a 0-calorie soda. Now the difference is what it is sweetened with.
So when we come down here, it still obviously is carbonated water, it has natural flavors, but you see here stevia leaf extract. You can already see that this is much better ingredients than the other diet soda we just looked at, with only like 5 ingredients, one of those being the carbonated water. So this one, they have all the different flavors of like Dr. Zevia is going to be like kind of like Dr. Pepper, ginger root beer, cherry cola. We've got regular cola, cream soda. So they have a lot of options in the Zevia brand. There's also this live soda. I have tried this one before in their root beer. That's one thing I kind of miss sometimes is root beer. And you can see it is sweetened with monk fruit extract. So when we look here, it's got the carbonated water, the monk fruit extract, natural flavors, which is in all of them, and citric acid again. The difference about this one is it has some live probiotics. So they're, the reason it's live soda is they're saying you're going to get some form of probiotic benefit from this as well. But they have this one here that is like lemon lime. They've got ginger ale, they've got root beer, and they've got regular cola. So that is another soda alternative that is much better for your health than diet soda. Another thing that I often see when I see people's posts, and again, there's no form of condemnation or judgment. This is just me sharing information and sharing what I've learned, because I remember I went on diets all the time, especially as a teenager, which is like ridiculous. But I was like so concerned with like my body weight, and I remember even my mom going on a diet when I was in high school, and the first thing she switched was all of our cereal. So I'm gonna show y'all some of the things. I'm standing here, right behind me you see the multi-fit. We've got all sorts. We've got the Special K that always promotes them being like good for weight loss and things like that. So I'm gonna show you though some of the hidden ingredients that are not necessarily good for your health, even though they might help you lose weight. So on the front, obviously they are always going to make it look great on the front. Talks about the fiber and the whole grains, and everything you see here looks like real food ingredients. Now I actually love this type of cereal. I make it homemade. It's incredibly easy because when you flip it over, we do start off with whole grain with rolled oats. However, there's corn, like don't put the corn in there. Like there's really no need for it, because I don't see anywhere on here where it is non-GMO verified. Then we've got dried goji berries, good. Freeze-dried pomegranates, great. Pumpkin seeds, puffed quinoa, all these great things. However, we come down here, there's natural flavor in the blueberry, and then right down here we see the mono and diglycerides. This is something that they put in foods so they can be shelf stable for a long time, but these can lead to heart disease. One of the additives that I really try to avoid at all costs. So this is something that it starts off so good, it has such great potential, but they add these ingredients to keep it on the shelf longer that are just not good for your health. All right, we're gonna take a look at Special K. First of all, it's alarming to me that they have to now say made with real whole berries. Like, what was it made with before? And I know the answer. But when we come here, we have the whole grain wheat rice sugar, and let's see, 11 grams of added sugar. That is quite high for a breakfast cereal, and because it's with sugar and brown rice syrup, also with the natural flavor. So this is one of those things that it will be easy in the morning, but it is not going to leave you full or satisfied. It is very high in sugar, and it has those natural flavors as well. All right, and the last one I am going to take a look at, it's not the last one available, but this one here is honestly, I feel like one of the most deceiving, because when I saw it and I saw non-GMO, I was like, oh, this is going to be promising, because if you are becoming more aware of your food ingredients, like this is something you know to look for. But I am sorry to say it is the worst that I have found. So we have cane sugar again. This one only has 5 added grams versus the 11 in the other cereal. However, we have canola oil, and then right here, you guys, it has BHT. Now this is added in so many cereals. BHT is very controversial. It has been in research that has linked it to cancer. It is also an endocrine disruptor. It can mess with your hormones. All around, it is on like the dirty dozen of food additives to avoid, and it is sitting here in what is being promoted as a very healthy cereal. So if you're trying to lose weight right now, you might have switched over from like Captain Crunch and Frosted Flakes to something like this. But I just wanted to show y'all to watch out, to look at those ingredients and say, sure, maybe I'm losing weight, but am I doing it in a healthy way? So here's one of my favorite cereals.
Over here we start with brown rice flour, sprouted black bean flour, sprouted brown rice flour, dried coconut, coconut palm sugar, which is a great sweetener, very low glycemic and has a lot of minerals in it. Also sweetened with a touch of honey, some fair trade cacao powder, and sea salt. Incredibly clean ingredients, 5 grams of added sugar. This is a really great cereal option for sure.
And I'm not actually finding it here, to my disappointment, but in my last Walmart grocery haul, I did also found the Larabar cereal, which is fairly new in the stores, and those have incredibly clean ingredients, an awesome breakfast cereal option. All right, so the last diet myth, I guess, that I want to talk about today is when people are trying to go on a diet or lose weight, they often start switching to low-fat dairy. However, fat is essential for our bodies. Healthy fats and dairy, organic dairy, is actually a great source of healthy fats. There's actually research that has found that people who enjoy whole fat dairy have like a 46% lower risk of getting type 2 diabetes. Also, a lot of times, people who are eating low fat actually are more prone to obesity, because one of the things they have to do when it's low fat is typically they have to add in a lot of sugar, a lot of artificial flavors, because the fat is the flavor. And so when you take all that out, what you're left with is something that is lacking in nutrients and even in satiability. Like, it's not gonna keep you full very long. So I'm gonna show you some of the options here at the store.
All right, and so we're gonna look at, I know Yoplait is a big name brand, so let's just start there. They've got the Yoplait Original, then they have the Yoplait Light. So they're saying, yippee, only 1 gram of added sugar, 0 fat, only 80 calories, but also right down here, it is naturally and artificially flavored. So when we come over to the ingredients, of course we have the non-fat milk, then we've got modified cornstarch, we have maltic acid, citric acid, tricalcium phosphate, sucralose. So there's that sucralose, very pesky. Sucralose is in a lot of these products that are being advertised for those who are trying to lose weight, because it is a 0-calorie sweetener, but it is detrimental to your health. We've got a lot of other preservatives. We got the natural and artificial flavors, and then the worst, we've got the food dye. So the red number 40, the blue number 1. None of that should be in your yogurt. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They are promoting it light and fit. You're gonna look at this and say, I want a diet, I want to lose weight. This is what I need to be buying. But even right here on the front, naturally and artificially flavored. And when we turn it over, what we're gonna find is that non-fat milk, but also the artificial flavors, as well as food starch, potassium something, that sucralose again, which is that no-calorie sweetener that is basically like Splenda, which is very bad for you. Fructose, some more, there's even some more preservatives. And so even though it only has 1 added sugar, it's because they're sweetening it with the sucralose. This here is not something that is going to keep you full very long, and is not something that is nutritionally dense. Here we see another one, Greek 100 calorie, 0% milk fat. When we turn it over, let's see what we're gonna find. We've got the strained yogurt, that's why it is fat-free. And then the flavor preparation, which is a very interesting way. So the way they flavor it is with real strawberries, but then they add fructose, cornstarch, natural flavors, pectin, calcium citrate, and a little bit of stevia. So all together, that is not a real food. Those are not real food ingredients. Just get the plain yogurt, chop up some strawberries, drizzle some honey. You're gonna be much better off with the whole fat milk versus this 0% milk fat with all of those added ingredients. And here is one of my absolute favorites. I love the Stonyfield Organic Probiotic Yogurt. Plain, whole milk, perfect, perfect, perfect. You come over here, it's just a couple of ingredients and it's 0 added sugars. This is what you want to be putting in your body. I hate that it is so confusing, but again, I used to think a lot of things. If I looked back at my diet 10 years ago, I thought I was eating so healthy, and then as I started to learn, I was just like, my mind was being blown at every second. So I just really hope that this is helpful for you, opening your eyes and making you think twice about what you're putting in your body and checking those ingredient labels for yourself.
So that is going to be all for today. This is by no means an extensive list. I'm actually stepping to the freezer section. I could do a whole other thing here, and maybe I will in the future. But for now, I just hope this was helpful. Let me know, are these foods that you thought were healthy that now maybe you're rethinking? Because again, I was there. I don't want you to feel condemned. I don't want you to feel like you're screwing everything up, but I just want to shed some light on some of the misrepresentation that food companies are putting out of what is healthy versus what is actually beneficial to your body, nutritional and nourishing. So let me know in the comments, what have you thought was healthy in the past, or maybe what is something that you're questioning right now that you want to ask me about, and I can try to do this again sometime. But I just want to encourage you to share this with a friend. If there's other people that you are trying to get healthy with, that is one of the best ways, is to get a community around you that's going in that same direction. So share this with a friend that you know is wanting, even if they're only focused on losing weight, like share this video. Start opening their eyes, get people around you involved in your life that are all wanting to pursue a healthy lifestyle together, because together we are stronger and we are more likely to continue down this path. I really hope that this video was helpful, encouraging, eye-opening, and informational. Don't let any whispers come in your ear telling you that you're the worst or that you need to throw out your food. Take those baby steps that I'm always talking about and keep making right choices every time you enter the grocery store, every time you put food in your mouth. Don't stress, enjoy life, enjoy food, and enjoy this day. Until next time, you guys, have a very blessed day.